Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about how I almost got scammed by Doordash. There's been a lot of phishing scams and things to that effect that are actually trying to get your personal information so they could steal all your money.
But Joe, how do you know it was actually Dasher support and not actually somebody impersonating Dasher support?
We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about how they actually tried to scam me. And we're also going to talk about some other side notes on protecting yourself from these people, because we all know that DoorDash is one of the most malicious companies out there. So with that said, let's get started. Like I said, I got this email from DoorDash. Information to verify your account. First of all, they do not need information to verify my account because I've been deactivated. For almost a year now, I've been deactivated. Like I said, Dasher Support sent me this email. This is the support@doordash.com email. If you actually check your email for anything they sent you, you can confirm that. And I also got this at 1:30 in the morning. Like, what are you doing at 1:30 in the morning? Hi, Joseph. I always hated being called Joseph. I feel like every time someone calls me Joseph, I'm in trouble. This is Keisha with DoorDash Escalated Support. Hope all is well. Thank you for reaching out to DoorDash. I am a firm believer that there is no such thing as an escalated support. There's no escalation team. There's never been an escalation team. That's just something people say so they can just get you off the phone. That's actually something that phone support teams actually do, so that way they can manipulate you, so that way they don't have to actually do their job. There's actually another group of people that actually tried to pull that crap on me. You know who they were? Fort Lauderdale Police Department. This is a common issue with phone support teams. Before we move forward with any necessary account changes or question, please respond back to this email with the last 4 digits of your driver's license identification, your date of birth, the bank name tied out to your current payout method, mailing address, and zip code. First off, the company itself would have pretty much the majority of that information. The last 4 digits of my driver's license, they should know that. Also, they sent all this information through Checker, so this is not something that they need from us. Date of birth, they have that. Bank name tied out to your current payout method, they should have that. Mailing address and zip code, same thing. But why would they need to ask if the information they have is accurate? Like, what are you trying to do? How are you trying to scam people, DoorDash? Please do not send any photos with your personal information, PII, or send your checking/routing numbers. Please respond to this email within 72 hours. Otherwise, please view our help center for answers to top questions and or to submit a new support case. And I'm sure if you click the link, it'll end up taking you to the actual DoorDash Help Center. Your reference number associated with this contact is 199313580. So now there's actually reference numbers in regards to you getting scammed. Good to know. Best Keisha, DoorDash Escalated Support. You might still be sitting there like, but Joe, you know, they could actually still just be pretending as if they're Dasher support. You don't know. Then why did they ask me to rate my DoorDash support experience? Did DoorDash support resolve your issue? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Why did they ask that if that wasn't the case? The fact of the matter is, that's exactly the case. I believe that DoorDash support is actually the one that's trying to scam DoorDash drivers because, number one, they don't have to follow the same rules as someone actually employed by DoorDash because they're not even in the same country. Again, DoorDash support is actually outsourced to the Philippines, so therefore they're not even under the same company. They just represent the company in question. And second, there is also the possibility that DoorDash is actually trying to scam you specifically because they're trying to get more money out of you, or they're just trying to put that information for their reports and whatnot. Now, I do have some side notes on the subject. Never send personal information to anyone. Listen to me. If you get anything out of this video, it doesn't matter if DoorDash is asking you, if somebody you care about is asking you, or whatever, you do not send your personal information to anybody. One of the things that gig workers have a problem with is that DoorDash will not help them in the event that we get scammed or if there's fraud. They have actually proven that. They've actually literally said that. This is a direct quote from DoorDash. Dashers are ultimately responsible for protecting their own personal information, and we may not provide multiple payments if it is determined a Dasher has contributed to any any loss or fraud. That was from a DoorDash spokesperson in one of the videos in a series that I covered that MarketWatch actually helped a lot of people get their money back from these phishing scams. Don't tell DoorDash if you got scammed. So let's say you try to reach out to DoorDash and say, hey, there's a miss something in my account. There's an off balance somewhere. Don't tell them that you're the reason that it happened. Don't tell them that you gave your personal information to them because they won't help you in that regard. Like I said, they literally just said if you contributed to the loss or fraud, they're not going to give it to you. But there are cases where people actually get their money back in the event that they go to them about it and they end up getting that money back. Now, it's probably just going to be a one-time thing. That's actually something that was said in the story that I'm talking about. But nevertheless, if you do end up going to them, don't tell them that you contributed to the fraud. DoorDash is known to scam their own people. Between hidden tips, mass deactivations through a glitch, and overall phishing scams from their own people, they're just known to scam their own drivers and cause harm to the people that work for them. This is not too far outside their MO. You will have to ask for outside help. Literally, I covered an entire series of dashers and gig workers trying to get their money back from these companies. The one thing that they had in common is that they didn't end up keeping quiet about it. They weren't just letting the company step all over them because that's what they do. They ended up asking for outside help. Who do you ask help from? Legal Rideshare usually recommends local news stations. Those people ended up going to MarketWatch specifically. But these companies are so sick, so criminal. They can't even stop trying to steal from us because we know we're catching on to their bullshit. And we all know that the things that are going on, we have to basically not be working with Dasher support under any circumstance. We know that they're not even going to do their job, let alone stop trying to scam us. So overall, you're going to need to ask for outside help if you actually got scammed. Phishing scams are getting bad. There are so many different methods to where people are getting your personal information. From Uber, from DoorDash, from any of these gig companies. It's not even exclusive to DoorDash. We actually talked about how Five Guys was scamming people. We were talking about how Dasher Direct was actually a method of where somebody lost over $9,000. And the problem is that in the moment, you are in the zone. You're just trying to get your work done, and you're not trying to think who's trying to scam me. You're just trying to do the work. So when a support agent calls you, you would think, I just want to get them off the phone so I can continue to do my work, give him what he wants and let him go. That's not something that you should do. Always be aware there is no support agent that's going to ask you for personal information. Now let me ask you, did I miss anything? Is there something about phishing scams that I didn't address in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that all perspectives are heard and that people who are in the gig economy that can be scammed are protected from these people and their earnings are actually kept in their own bank account. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.